Well, welcome to this month's menTEA Talks. This month we're going over graduate school, so it's entitled Getting In and Staying In, Applying to Graduate School. So we have 3 of us total. First, I'm going to start with a couple introductions to say what graduate program you're in. You can even tell us what stage you're in the graduate program, and then the school you're at. Yeah, say the years. Say the years, okay? Stacey will start. No, Cassie will start with you. I'll start with you.
Hi everybody, I'm Cassie Stratton. I'm currently at Northwestern in their Integrated Marketing Communications program, so I'll be getting my MS in IMC. And I don't really know what year I am. I guess I'm still in my first year, but we have to have 13 credits, and by the end of this quarter I'll have 9. So 4 classes left, if that makes sense. I know.
My name is Amanda. I am at UIC in the biology department. Ecology and evolution is like the subgroup. I'm getting my PhD there. I am going into my 6th year. I don't want to go into credits. We're not going to touch that, okay? Don't know how long I got left. Don't ask. Don't ask.
My name is Stacey Stewart, and I am at DePaul University. I'm getting my PhD in clinical psychology. I will not state the years, and I don't know how much longer I have left. Yes, I'm ashamed.
Don't be ashamed. Do not be ashamed, because you're getting it.
I'm getting it. I'm really proud of y'all, because I could never get it. Okay? When I tell you, I could never do more than 13 credits.
Why?
Because I just feel like, first of all, no, I was about to really shade. Let me be clear. No, here's the thing. I feel like grad school, me personally, since I want to be in marketing, there's nothing more than what I'm doing at the moment that I could dive in deeper. I can't even imagine writing, unless I was diving into intersectionalities and different things like that connected to marketing and like reaching different audiences, then I feel like I could dive in deeper into research. But where I'm at now is I'm in this particular program because I never studied marketing in undergrad. So I went to Elon University and studied strategic communications with a concentration in PR, completely different from marketing. And all of my internships were in marketing, so I was like, or my first job was in marketing. And so I'm thinking like, this is working and I'm getting a lot of experiential learning or whatever, but I don't have like the academic foundation. Like when people are saying, you know, project management or like the brand strategy, I'm Googling, trying to figure out what that means. And you can only Google so long. And so I was like, let me enter into a program and like really learn the foundations of marketing that I never got in undergrad. So that's kind of why I'm like, I don't know what else there could be to the point where I lose how many credits I'm taking.
Exactly. And I have something to say about that. Simply because I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I feel like there's this culture of like going to graduate school, and like it's probably twofold, so I'll talk about both. But I think there's this culture of going to graduate school because it's the thing that everybody is doing. So anybody who's like kind of cool with me now knows that I'm like a big Twitter head. I don't have Instagram anymore. And Jennifer Fowler took over our Instagram page, so I don't need to have like Instagram on my phone, so I only have Twitter. And it's crazy. I felt bad feeling this way, but like during grad season, everybody was talking about like, I'm graduating, I got into this new graduate school programs, etc., etc. And I'm just wondering sometimes, one, are you doing that because it's a thing to do and everybody's doing it and it's a cool thing, or because there's an actual purpose on why you're doing it?
Right.
And I'm not saying that like I'm trying to sit from a high horse and only certain people should be in graduate school. It's just, to be honest, if you're going into master's programs specifically, oftentimes you have to pay. I had the luxury of going into a PhD program where I'm not paying tuition. So that's just something to think about. I understand some people also go to school because they don't want to pay their student loans back immediately, and then you still trying to figure it out. Which I feel that too. I like how you stated that, hey, I wouldn't go and get a PhD just because it's a thing to do if it has no actual incremental value. That's what I'm trying to do. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in not going to graduate school at all. I think these created a culture that like makes people feel forced, or if that's not what you're doing next, then you're not as smart or as knowledgeable or as the next person is. Like, it shouldn't be that sort of cultural stigma where like we're throwing degrees up because it's a status symbol. It's like, do you want to do this with your life? I've spent 6 full years doing this with my life. And it's, you know what I'm saying? I would not encourage anybody to get into it just because you're feeling that force or that pressure.
So it kind of sounds like before even thinking about applying to graduate school, because that costs money, before thinking about applying, you need to really reflect on why you're doing it. Where do I want to be? And a lot of people after graduating undergrad do not know what they want to do. So then you get in a situation and maybe casting like, I know what I want to do, and I know I don't have the experience and I don't know the language, so I need to get this program. Stacey specifically, she had to get into a graduate program to do the career she wants to do. I had to get into a graduate program to do what I thought I wanted to do. We'll get to that a little later. So really reflect on why you want to go into the program. Because it costs money, it takes time, and in my opinion, time is much more important than money. Because you can never get your time back.
Because I'm old now, y'all. I don't look it.
She's young in spirit. She's young in spirit most days. So really reflect on why. So just now let's look moving forward. So I think you talked about the graduate programs that we're in. Do you have any tips for the actual application process when you're feeling okay?
So one thing that I would say, and what
was it like for you? How did you apply to?
Okay. So I was a McNair scholar, so that helped me out tremendously. Because it waived a lot of universities. If you're a McNair scholar, they waive your application fee, and then they paid for us. They gave us some sort of voucher or what have you to take the GRE. So I did incur a lot of money. Now, where I did incur a lot of money was interviews. So with these PhD programs, you have to go and physically interview. So my dad gave me a credit card with a limit that was way too high. And I had to apply to a lot of different places.
They do not pay for the flights.
They do not pay for the flights, and they do not pay for your stay. So when I went out to interviews, I had to figure out how I was going to get there, arrange my flights, and arrange where I was staying. Now, some graduate programs let you stay, like some of the students in the program will let you stay with them. That's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not what I wanted to do personally. If you feel comfortable with that. It's not bougie, it's just, my parents told me you just don't go over and stay in some random stranger's house that you ain't never met or heard of.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, okay?
You do, and there's no shame in it. I'm just saying, that credit card limit was high, so I was just like, I'm gonna use it.
That's all right.
I'm gonna get that hook. Exactly, I'm gonna get that. And so
there was no Airbnb.
There wasn't. So that was the only expense that I incurred when applying. But one thing that I would encourage people to think about, my McNair advisor, I told her originally, I know I wanted to be a clinical psychologist, but I was like, hey, you need to get a master's degree before you get a PhD. And I think that, I don't know, maybe I was just ignorant, but I thought that was kind of the trajectory in which things went. And so I wasn't even totally aware of the fact that you can go into a PhD program and get your master's along the way. Now, of course, that doesn't mean you stop. I didn't have a graduation when I got my master's, it just came in the mail. But you don't necessarily need to get a master's degree prior if you want to get a PhD. I only say that because, you know, one of the administrators at DePaul was honest, and they were like, hey, the master's, the people who are in this master's degree program, you know what I'm saying, they pay, but it's essentially helping fund your PhD because we don't pay for tuition at all and we get a stipend, right? So in my field in particular, if you know that you have to get a PhD, I would encourage you, especially if, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at the median GPA and the median GRE and you're around that range, to just go ahead and give it a shot and apply, right? Because why pay the money to get a master's and then turn around and have to go to a PhD program? And I had people in my program that got their master's degree, and we're both sitting in a PhD program. I didn't have a master's at all before I came. So it's not the most uncommon thing ever. And I think that's just something for people to think about. I also to your question about how many schools I applied to, I think I applied to 13 or 14. I think stats say after you get too far above that, your odds of getting in don't necessarily get incrementally higher.
Okay.
So don't feel like you gotta apply to 30 different places and that you're gonna get more bang for your buck applying to all those places, because that's not necessarily true. And I don't know, I think Amanda can attest to this. At least in PhD programs, there's this match idea, so you need to make sure that you fit with the advisor that you are applying to. It's not this idea that I'm just applying to a university. So I was like, I went to Mizzou, and I was like, I'm going to Ivy League. You know what I'm saying? I had IGP, I was like, I'm going to Ivy League.
Right.
But when I looked at the faculty members that worked there, their interests didn't align with mine. And so I would have wasted money applying.
Because you would spend more time with them, or because you didn't think that they would accept you?
They wouldn't accept me because my interests aren't aligned with theirs.
Okay.
So if they're doing research, some eye-tracking research with infants about attachment or something random like that, I don't want to apply to their lab because I'm not interested in that. I don't want to do that sort of work.
So 3 things are coming up here that I want to touch on before we get too far ahead. One, I want to touch on like how many would like to do it. But like the menTEA thing, are you familiar with menTEA?
A little bit.
So we should probably talk a little bit about what menTEA is, because people that are watching this might be interested in applying for that process to waive a lot of those fees. 2, the GRE is something we should talk about just briefly. Not too much, you don't need to bring those up. But the GRE, and then also this matching idea. So we can touch on how many programs we apply to, you can touch on menTEA, and then move into the matching.
Okay. Yeah, so I applied to 4 programs and I got into all 4. So no, it's marketing. I don't know if it's like really.
She knew she was a catch.
No.
She is. That's why she volunteered with us.
No.
Okay.
No, I applied to I got into DePaul. I did Marist, which is in New York, but it was an online program. Georgetown, and then Northwestern.
You.
Georgetown.
I might have tweaked, but
No, but they expensive. You did not tweet.
Northwestern coined the term integrated marketing communications. So they're the source of that field technically. And so that's when I was like, that was always a program that even got me interested. They were on my campus my sophomore year of undergrad, and I had subscribed to their email list and always have gotten their emails. And I was finally like 2 years out, was it 2 years? I guess, yeah, 2 years out of college, I was like, let me apply. So I just applied to all of them. And then one tip I was gonna mention is that, like, I created a spreadsheet and literally said, when the application is due, what, you know, the links to specific things, how much was tuition, how much was the application fee, was I gonna have to interview, like, what were all the documents I needed, who was my contact there, when was I gonna go to a class or attend a webinar. And I literally had a Google spreadsheet that I did everything. When it came to writing my application, like responding to questions, or was it an essay, whatever it was, I would send it to my line sister and my sister. They were the 2 people that read through all of my stuff and then gave me my feedback or whatever. And it was pretty consistent. I wrote a general essay and then I would tweak it based off the school. And the one that I wanted the most, I went hard and like made sure I, you know, added these little tidbits. I went back and researched the person I met on campus. I looked at her email because I emailed her as soon as I met her. And she doesn't even work at Northwestern, but I mentioned her name regardless. I was like, I met so-and-so, she came to my campus, you know, different things like that that I felt like being really organized helped me just apply to all of those and not feel overwhelmed.
Another thing that you brought up was meeting people. One thing that I did for my program that I think was helpful, even though I didn't go to this program, was even though it seems really weird, reach out to the person that you're going to apply to if it's a specific person.
Yeah.
Some of them told me, I'm not going to meet with you, you're applying to my program, I'll wait until I see your application. And that was cool. I had somebody at Loyola who we were Skyping and she was checking me in on me throughout the year. So I knew that when that school came across, that was an easy in because she's seen my application before, she knows me, she has a relationship with me. Some of these PhD programs that make you feel the same way, it's about the relationship you have with that faculty member.
It is.
Even like you just said, that relationship that you have with that particular person was key. So they're like, okay, well, when you linked up with this person,
Right.
you're likely a good candidate. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So those relationships are a big thing. After you that's just the, okay, you got good grades and a good GRE, so that's everybody.
Everybody applying that has the same on paper, looks the same. So what makes you stand out? So that, I think that's a really key tip, that relationship you have with a person. I applied to one school. I applied to one graduate program because I was interested in the graduate program and wanted to stay local. But I developed a relationship. We gotta keep going. I developed a relationship with this one advisor a year and a half before I applied for the program. So I met the individual through, I was very involved in my undergrad with research. I met him through my advisor. So if you're already working with somebody, depending on if you're marketing, psychology, science, business, whatever, the people you're interacting with, the teachers, professors, whatever, they have a network. Utilize that network and have them make the introduction.
Yes.
Have them make it. Do not have them make the introduction because it makes a world of a difference, and that's what happened to me. I had my advisor make the introduction, and he talked me up. I could never get that by myself, so he made that introduction, and it opened up a door I would have never even had the opportunity to get to. So we're gonna skip past GRE from here, because I think you can Google that yourself. Let's jump into the actual graduate school life. Like, what did you learn by yourself? What are some pitfalls? What happened? Why am I 6 years into this program?
I was on
Why is
probation,
Stacy
y'all.
not want to talk about the years? Why is Nancy like you could never do more than 13 credits? Like, what happened?
I just had to put that down on the table.
What happened?
I was on probation, I just want y'all to know.
Why are you on probation? Why?
Because, y'all, it was hard, and I got through undergrad, if I'm being honest. It was too easy. I think that if I had struggled more in undergrad,
In high school?
In high school.
Anything. That's really where it started.
If I had struggled a little bit more, I would have had a little bit more respect for the grind. He was on me, college was hard. I finished it in 3 years. I was like, I got a 3.9. I felt like I was somebody. So I'm like, okay.
You're a minority, I will say that much.
Okay. People told me graduate school was hard, and I was like, we gonna see.
You
I'm
said college was hard.
Exactly.
You said high school was hard.
And I'm like a little bit of a finesse queen, so I'm like, I'm gonna be able to like
That's
make
right.
this. I'm gonna be able to make it shake.
I remember you in AP Science. Finesse is one word. Finesse is one word.
So I got in graduate school, and it took me a long time to realize that it requires hard work. And I was not trained to do that just yet. It was, everything had come just a little bit too easy. And I'm not saying I didn't have any hard nights at too, but it was because I ain't been to class in 3 weeks. Now I gotta cram, now I gotta do all of this stuff. Girl, there were some classes I went to 3 times. The first day and the midterm was fine.
I was a commuter, so I didn't have that experience.
Yeah, so I had to learn about work ethic and hard work, and I think even now I'm learning it. I think when I was 20 years old, I'm in this program, I was just reading behind the ears, and I didn't really know myself that well to be jumping directly into a program of that stature. Everybody in there is older than me. I was the youngest person that at that point in time they had ever admitted to the program. So I just wasn't mentally where I was supposed to be in terms of like my maturity. And so I struggled and I tried to finesse and they were like, BS. And I would try to finesse them more and they was like, still BS. And
They are the finesse queen, king, insert gender identity. They that. They are that. You cannot finesse.
yeah, so it was rough. That's why I was on probation now. So,
What about you? Why can't you do more? Besides like your career doesn't require it.
Yeah, I think my undergrad experience was really good. I went to the #1 school in the South.
Where'd you go?
Elon University in North Carolina.
Oh,
And
after this, we're going to wrap up with 2 seconds because I think the camera's going to cut out.
Let's go.
Okay,